began to speak. He was dressed in an expensive suit and tie and spoke slowly, his clipped voice full of authority. He had notes in front of him, but he referred to them only occasionally, his eyes fixed on the audience, speaking directly to each one of them. In a glass-fronted projection room overlooking the stage, 9 translators spoke quietly into microphones just a second or two behind. Here and there in the audience, men and women could be seen with one hand pressed against their earpiece, concentrating on what was being said. Weber turned the page.
I'm often asked, which is the most dangerous terrorist group in the world? The answer is not what you might expect. It is a group that you may not know. But I can assure you that it is one you should fear, and I wish to speak briefly about it now.
He pressed a button on his lectern, and 2 words appeared, projected onto a giant screen behind him. Force 3. In the 5th row, Blunt opened his eyes and turned to Mrs. Jones. He looked puzzled. She shook her head briefly. Both of them were suddenly alert.
They call themselves Force 3, Weber went on. The name refers to the fact that the Earth is the 3rd planet from the Sun. These people wouldn't describe themselves as terrorists. They would probably prefer you to think of them as eco-warriors, fighting to protect the Earth from the evils of pollution. Broadly speaking, they're protesting against climate change, the destruction of the rainforest, the use of nuclear power, genetic engineering, and the growth of multinational business. All very commendable, you might think. Their agenda is similar to that of Greenpeace. The difference is that these people are fanatics. They will kill anyone who gets in their way. They have already killed many times. They claim to respect the planet, but they have no respect at all for human life.
Weber clicked again, and a photograph flashed up on the screen. There was a stir in the auditorium as the audience examined it. At first sight, they seemed to be looking at a picture of a globe. Then, they saw that it was a globe sitting on a pair of shoulders. Finally, they realized it was a man. He had a very round head which was completely shaven, including the eyebrows. And there was a map of the world tattooed on his skin. England and France covered his left eye. Newfoundland poked out over his right. Argentina floated around one side of his neck. A gasp of revulsion spread around the room. The man was a freak.
This is the commanding officer of Force 3, Weber explained. As you can see, he cares about the planet so much, he's rather let it go to his head. His name, or at least the name that he goes by, is Caspar. Very little is known about him. It is thought he might be French, but we don't even know for certain where he was born. Nor do we know when he acquired these tattoos. But I can tell you that Caspar has been very busy in the last 6 months. He was responsible for the assassination of Marjorie Schultz, a journalist living in Berlin in June. Her only crime was to write an article criticizing Force 3. He planned the kidnapping and murder of 2 members of the Atomic Energy Commission in Toronto. He has organized explosions in 6 countries, including Japan and New Zealand. He destroyed a car manufacturing plant in Dakota, and I have to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, he enjoys his work. Whenever possible, Caspar likes to press the button himself. In my view, Caspar is now the most dangerous man alive, for the simple reason that he believes the whole world is with him. And in a sense, he is right. I'm sure there are many people in this room who believe in protecting the environment. The trouble is, he would kill every single one of you if he thought it would help him achieve his aims. That's why I'm issuing this warning.